Greetings, fellow pals and gals of the YouTube world. It's time for once again to take another look at what I personally have enjoyed doing, but you guys might know it as just watching me on YouTube. But me, I like to think of it as a little bit more, how do you say this, hyped up, you know? So without further ado, I would very much like to welcome you guys to another segment of Figure Friday! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, ladies. We're back once again for another segment of delving into the world of figures, statues, posable figures, all that good stuff today. Because today we will be taking a look in another different direction. We're going to stray away from DC. We're going to stray away from Marvel. We're even going to stray away from Power Rangers because we're going to take a step in another direction, another fandom that I like to follow, which is the anime world. Now, granted, for today, we will be introducing some old figures that I had. They're posable, and they've also come from my childhood. And we will be introducing, I'm going to say, there's going to be two new statues added to a third that I collected already, but I already have one up on the shelves. You guys have seen it before. It's going to be a blast. I'm not going to say a blast from the past, but this is also going to be another step towards the My Hero fans. So, without much further ado, I hope you guys have yourself plenty of snacks, and if not, hey, you can always have something to drink. And nothing wrong having a little sippy sip, because Lord knows I got something. Let me tell you, I got something in here. Don't worry, it's nothing illegal, nothing that I shouldn't be probably getting a little tips. I'm sorry, I'm not drunk, I promise. It's watermelon water, you know. Shout out, made by the same dudes who made horchata. But besides all that, why don't we get down into the nitty gritty, right? So I thought for today we could introduce the figures who I grew up with, because it takes a stab at my childhood, but at the same time, I I hope I don't catch no flack for this, because growing up, I discovered anime at a very young age. One of the key shows, a part of my childhood, which was Dragon Ball Z. Yes, it's true. I grew up with the Z Warriors, but there was also another anime that helped me to discover all of the possibilities, all of the shows, all of the characters, all of the backstories. And of course, as you can tell, this plays a very key role right here. Yes, that's true, ladies and gentlemen, because today we will be introducing two of the scouts from the very, very popular show that was made. I'm going to say, I don't want to give you guys an exact date, because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to catch no flack for that. It's been a while since I watched it, but I will be introducing for you guys today two of the Sailor Scouts from Sailor Moon. I'm not talking about the Sailor Moon Crystal version, because to me that veered way off. Yes, it's true they tried to keep to the original story as possible, but to me, I couldn't get into it. Okay, let me put it to you that way. So I thought that before the starting lineup, we could do. Now she was my second favorite sailor. I'm sorry for that, because I did have a favorite, but she was my second favorite sailor. So I'm happy that I found her. You guys know her as Usagi the schoolgirl, but she is also known as the leader of the Sailor Scouts, Sailor Moon. Come on, focus for me, will ya? Come on. I know you want to. Come on, camera. Oh, yeah, there we go. Kinda. Yeah, there we go. Yes, it's true, ladies and gentlemen. This here, Usagi Tsukino, right? Now, as I said before, she was a normal schoolgirl. You know, she had a good life. Family was good. Mother was always pushing her to do her best. But one very strange day, she met up with a cat. One moment, please. Just one moment. Come here. Oh, how could I forget you? Now, as I said, she was an ordinary girl, and she had a very normal life, except she was visited by a cat. Very strange cat, but it looked very normal. Very this black cat. Hey, anime black cat. I was like, yeah, yeah, big deal. But one thing that I didn't count on was that from the very first moment that this cat had tried introducing herself to Usagi, is that she had a very distinct something about her, because in the beginning she had a bandage over her head. Of course, that was to cover what was underneath, because this was no ordinary cat. Uh, because as it turns out, this is what helped Usagi to find out who she is, what she was made, what she was destined for, and I would very much also like to introduce this little cat right here. You guys, this is Luna. Come on, camera, focus for me. Come on. Come on, camera. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now, as I said, she had the bandage in her head, which was covering up the moon symbol. And it turns out she was able to communicate with Usagi and the rest of the Sailor Scouts, and it actually helped her to discover that she's not only the leader of the Sailor Scouts, but I mean, to be honest, she was also something a whole lot bigger, a whole lot better. Um, she had other aliases beside Usagi. She was also known as Princess Serenity, the Neo Queen Serenity, I believe. And I know there was another one, but for the life of me, I can't remember. Um, but she played a very key role in basically banishing the demons, of course, that were threatening the Earth or like the world of Japan, and the those abilities that includes like the generation of damaging power energies, and like I remember she had a tiara. She basically used that as sort of a discus in a way, kind of like how Krillin used his destructive disc. This was kind of the same way, but I know that she also had the ability of teleportation. I know that she also had healing powers, stuff like that, and see, what made her the most distinct, besides her moody attitude, and her outfit, of course, because yes, it differs from everyone else's in the whole series, but was also the very distinct factor for me was her pigtails, because they would, to me, I always, I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I mean, come on, I didn't even know what to expect from this chick, mainly because she came out of nowhere. She picked up her tiara, she threw it at somebody, and all of a sudden, hey, they disintegrated. What do you expect? I was a kid. It, Honestly, I like how the pigtails, they played a vital role in that, because just flopping in the wind, I couldn't help it. It was just awesome. And while it's true, they had met another individual who was also seeking to help them. Um, if I remember right, that dude's name is Tuxedo Mask, and he and her, I could see a relationship forming between them, because I thought they went together so well. But I don't want to fanboy too much about that, because I got to slow down and introduce everybody else, because there's other people over here, they want to get their screen time, and I'm going to get that done. So, why don't we just move Luna and Usagi to the side? Let me just move this. Thank you. So, why don't we introduce the next gal, the next sailor? That's right. Now, this girl, she was my favorite sailor. Yes, it's true. Everybody had their own opinions, because she was the second sailor to be discovered by Usagi and Luna. But I figured that the reason I liked her the most was because of her fiery attitude. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know her as Rei Hino, but she's also known as Sailor Mars. Now, it's true that both of these ladies, they did come with other accessories, such as like Rei here. Um, she came with her talismans, her spells, and she did come with other hands, but I chose this one the most because it's the most distinguished, and you know that whenever she puts her fingers together, then man, you better hope and pray that you're miles away, man, hey, because she is a firecracker. Let me tell you that. And sorry about that. Now, as I said, she was the second sailor to be discovered in the series, and she had possesses sorry, try to get my words crossed here. She possesses the ability to control the fire, which was known as the Ofudachan, right? Yes. And aside from the main body of the Sailor Moon series, she was Ray. Ray, yes, she was featured in some manga stories. I can't remember which one, so please forgive me on that one. I apologize. I'm sorry. And I remember one of her special powers was the Ring of Fire. Now, that was probably the most destructive ability that I had seen out of all the Sailor Scouts. Now, granted, I mean, the other three, they were very good. You know, I liked them. Don't get me wrong. I like the entire Sailor Moon squad. They're all awesome. They're all beautiful, and it's just. But for these ones, these two, they were my favorite growing up as a kid because they stuck out the most to me. You know, hey, what do you expect? But as I said, Usagi, Ray, both phenomenal sailors, and they have definitely earned their spot on my shelf. And damn, I'm happy that I found it. Let me tell you. So, why don't we just move those ladies to the side? Thank you. Now, we're going to introduce the statues. Now, these anime statues that I'm introducing, they're part of another fandom. As I said, this is going to you guys of the My Hero fandom. And I had already unboxed one of them. I didn't get a chance to do a video for him like I wanted to, but I did get a chance to do one for All Might because, as you guys remember, that was my very first figure review. And now I would like to introduce this guy right here. See, because in the anime of My Hero Academia, certain citizens they possess powers or quirks, as you will, which give them the ability to control certain either elements or certain abilities, certain powers, you know, such as things like strength, speed, fire, water, ice, and even gravity. And I would like to start with this guy right here. Um, a lot of people have given him a lot of nicknames. You know, some people call him left side, some people call him right side, some people call him icy hot. But to me, this guy right here, he's always going to be known as Shoto Todoroki, ladies and gentlemen. Shoto Todoroki, that's right. This guy, the first time I saw him, which was in the very first season of My Hero Academia, yes, it's true. He looked different, you know, because his quirk is control over fire and ice. Let me see if I can't zoom in on it. Not zoom in, but focus. Come on now. Now, as I said, this guy, he's a statue, still figure, you know, and I love the paint on him. It's very good. And I like how they stuck to the hair color because, as you can tell, one side's white, one side's red, mainly because left side controls ice, right side controls fire. And I felt a little bit upset because of his backstory because, you know, his father had disowned him, not necessarily disowned him, but he pushed him away because he wanted him to follow in his footsteps. But Todoroki, he wasn't having it. He did not want to. He didn't want any part of his father's backstory or anything. He wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to be his own hero, and that's one of the redeeming factors that I like about him because he chose to do his own path. He followed his own way, and he didn't let anybody stop him. Whew, enough. Moving on. Now, the next two I'm about to introduce, they are two of the newest ones that I picked up. And they are, I'm not going to say best friends in the anime because that would be a huge lie. They are also they were childhood friends. They grew up together. However, whenever they started in, I'm going to say grade school or so, something happened, you know, something just went wrong with these two and they became bitter rivals. But in the end, I'm sure that they both care about each other and they'll defend each other, do whatever they can to protect themselves. So I figure we'll start with this guy. Now, this dude, in a way, as I said just a minute ago, the word firecracker really means it's an understatement with this guy because Ironically, his quirk is explosions. That's right. Now, if you guys know the cat who can make a big bang, then I want to get you guys to give it up for Mr. Katsuki Bakugo. Now, yes, it's true. He became one of the rivals of one of the main characters in the story. But the funny thing about him is that he has anger issues that are so comedic, it's ridiculous. Like, uh, even even a simple chore as like collecting trash, and he'll get extremely upset. That's what's so funny about him. But that's safe for another time, because I don't want to spoil nothing. If for those of you guys who haven't seen the anime, but for those of you guys who have, I do apologize if I did. So enough talking. Let's say we slice the sucker open, and that way we'll get a good look at what he looks like. There we go. Okay. Jones. A lot of cardboard. A lot of cardboard, folks. A lot of cardboard. A lot of cardboard and tape. Dang. Killing here, Smalls. Okay, cool. It's yes, it's true. Standard 3-piece, just like Todoroki. That's good. It's very good. Comes with the stand, and also he comes with the statue. So I'm gonna take that. You know, it's like they make the plastic child proof or something like that. See, I'm starting to get angry too. Whoa, Katsuki, you're already wearing off on me. Wow. Okay. Gently. Perfect. Wow. Yeah, I can tell already from that look in your face, man. You want to pull that trigger, don't you? Well, I'm sorry, good sir, but you can't. Not till I get you set up. Beautiful. Here he is, folks. Go ahead, give him a spin. See how good you look. Dang. I gotta tell you, the detail on this guy is incredible. This is the Band Presto version of him. I know it's hard to see his face, but if you can't tell, he's smiling on the inside. Yeah, even though he looks very, very angry. Very angry. Dang. You know, this camera sometimes, it kills me. But this is the hero look that he's rocking. And I'm extremely, extremely proud of it, because the color is right on. You know, dang, even his hair. Yeesh. Even his hair. So, as you guys can tell, he's got his little hand grenades on. Those are actually used as amplifiers on his abilities to give him bigger explosions, more power, and they can also be used to, at the same time, help him to not necessarily levitate, but get from point A to point B. Either by he's kind of like Iron Man. He basically used those to repulse his way or push himself from point A to point B. And let me tell you, that dude is a firecracker. He's got anger issues, but I think his heart is in the right place. And I really believe that him and the main guy that I'm about to introduce, I'm sure you guys probably know him. I'm sure they're going to become the best of friends one day, like they did once upon a time, which was back in childhood. So, now, this next guy I'm about to introduce, he is one of the biggest protagonists, next to All Might, as you can see. It is it's still Band Presto brand, but it's also by Grandista. You guys know him mainly by his iconic green hair, but also he was given one of the biggest perks by one of the biggest heroes. Yeah, now, as I said, given, and I'll explain that in just a second, because I want y'all to please give a warm welcome to my good friend here, Midoriya Izuku. That's right. Also known by Mr. Katsuki over here as Deku! Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Now, as I said before, this is one of the main protagonists next to All Might, mainly because growing up, Mr. Midoriya here, he had a pretty rough childhood growing up. You know, he was friends with Katsuki, and at the same time, at an early age, Katsuki had gotten his abilities, and he was rubbing it in everybody's faces. You know, he's that type of airhead. But um, in a way, that's also what pushed Deku away because at the same time, growing up, Deku, he had a good heart. He was always looking to help everybody else and do all he can. Even when Katsuki over here was at his lowest, Deku was there to always try and help him. You know, was always try to help him pick him up. Unfortunately, he pushed him away, and now he sees him as a rival, a bitter rival. So, enough of that. Why don't we get this sucker open, huh? If you just come out of the box. I don't want to get upset now. Don't get upset. Go, perfect. Come on out of there, Mr. Deku. Once again, 3-piece set. I like that. I like how they've started introducing the figures into the three pieces because I think that's a whole heck of a lot easier to deal with. Slice the sucker open. Get him out. Huh? Okay, of course, lower half. Okay. Trust me, guys. When I get them all out of there, I'll put it together. I'll put it together for you guys, and then we can take a look at it all together, huh? Don't make me miss something now. Okay, I do believe that's the stand. Okay. And find the tape. Find the tape. There you go. Find the tape. Don't cut nothing wrong. There you go. See? All you gotta do is take a breath. Relax. There we go. Damn. So why don't we put this guy together real quick, like? Okay. This, I do believe it goes right there. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, this is of course the stand. Now I know it looks small, but I'll show you guys how it goes on. But why don't we take just a moment to introduce the holy crap detail on this guy, you know? Like, wow, look at this. This detail is incredible. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. The color is extremely spot on. You know, the eyes are right on too. I love the fact that they made him so friggin' tall. Deku! I love him. I won't lie. Now, as I said before, I'm gonna show you guys how the stand goes on. Wait, focus. Perfect. Okay. Now, what's cool about this stand is that it's not like Shoto's and Bakugo's because since the figure is so small, so big that the way his boots are made, that it's got that little indentation in there. So basically, what you do is you can snap it on either one of his feet. Basically, that's what I like about it. So that this way he stands tall, stands proud. You know, hey, look at him. Wow. Whew. I love it. I love the detail on him. Oh yeah, I like how they gave him his little hoodie right here because as you can see, he's in his hero outfit. He designed it himself, and he's extremely proud of it. And I'm sure that sometime further on down the road, when I can get the time, maybe to get the materials or even just get the suit, heck, I'm gonna be cosplaying him because as you guys can tell, I'm also a cosplayer. I'm still working on trying to get that Instagram link into the YouTube videos. I will institute it in there somehow, just so that way, if you want, you guys can go to my Instagram, take a look at my cosplays, tell me what you think, you know? But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed a peek more into my life. I hope you guys enjoyed the direction that we took this time, because I'm sure that it threw you way off, because, hey, it would throw anybody off who would expect something from me, who would probably be DC or Marvel. Because I understand that most of my streams are Marvel related or DC related or Power Rangers related, but hey, I want to try to keep it fresh for you guys, you know? Hey. But as I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys have something to eat. If not, please go have something to eat. Go have some dinner. And if you like this one, don't be afraid to hit that like button. Hey, and if you like, feel free to hit that follow button right there. Thank you very much. I'll repost it in just a second. And I hope you guys stay safe, stay awesome, and until next time, stay weird and stay yourselves, huh? Peace.